All right, guys, welcome on. I give everybody a chance to get in. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everybody. So it's been an interesting one. All right. Get yourselves in there. All right. Let's see what the market's doing. All right. So I'm going to run you through the trades, what I'm in. All right. Now, first things first, I know that, traditionally, you're not supposed to be in so many trades. That's not how we trade. That's not how it works in price action. If you want to take a trade, you take ideally the right lot size the first time and you go from there. We believe in specificness. Now, due to the nature of the market, I've taken the opportunity to kind of build on a small account here. So I am in gold also. At the moment, gold is battling with this deal, this 15-minute order block, which I'm expecting the price to break. Now, with the Federal Reserve and everything that's going on, guys, these trades are really just what I call a strategy play in the sense of, I know that the prices, what we're going to see in the markets in the next moments will be, historical. Now, for me, the price reversing the way is if it reverses too much, I'll still be ready to close, or not. No matter how much profit I see, I'm not gonna, close out just like that. But I also won't allow myself to be stopped out unnecessarily. And I think that's one thing, guys. When you're in such so many positions, the downside to it. Now I know this is crazy because you're like, yeah, right, you're in a lot of profit. Don't try to be pious, but it is the truth. When you're in a lot of trades like I am right now, it can be mentally taxing because you have to pay attention. Now, because I'm using pair correlation to my advantage, it still is helpful because I can navigate. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm still in USDCHF long. The price has just reversed at 230. Now I expect the price to, give us, a continuation short. Now for AUD USD though, if the price gets a bit too far from where it's supposed to be, I would close this without any shame because I don't really care about trying to be fancy. I might even close these live because AUD USD has been quite a heavily manipulated pair for me. So it's been a bit of a strange one when it comes to how the market's behaving with it. So as you can see right now, how the price is operating, I'm not trying to take too many risks. Okay. And if I see that the risk is a bit too high, then I'll be happy to close without having to think twice. So as much as I love, being in good trades, going and being profit, there's always going to be that moment where I say, okay, I'm done now. Okay. And this may just be it with AUD USD. So I think I might actually close and just wait for another re-entry if the price doesn't give one in the next couple of minutes. So as you're jumping in from wherever you are, welcome. Really, I'm just going to discuss for a minute and just watch out for what the price is doing. This is really the last supply order block that I'll allow the price to go past. Once it gets past there, I'd rather just wait for re-entries rather than trying to chase this because, this is, how you're supposed to trade. You're supposed to use, no matter what's going on emotionally, you've got to use logic instead of emotion to trade. Otherwise, again, you will take losses that is unnecessary. Like, for example, right now, it would be very stupid after all this hard work of hanging on to these trades for so long to go and come out and get stopped out, basically, unless you're getting stopped out in profit. So you see, for example, now I'm not happy with how the price is behaving here completely. But I'm not closing just yet. I'm going to wait a little bit more. What I may even do, all right, I'm going to take my profit out here. So I'm going to close these for now and just re-enter again. All right. So this is one way that I do what I do. So if the price gives me one more re-entry, I'll just put the same return. About the profit. I already got ways to get back into the market at any time. So you should always have the same thing also. All right. Now with gold, I'm not going to close it down. I took gold this morning and I may just reload on gold again. So I'm just going to wait a little bit for the price action. Pound USD seems to be pulling up as well. And yeah, so in these moments before the Federal Reserve and everything, the news comes out, I just want to keep you keep you guys informed as to what I'm doing. All right, now I'm sending a message to my students just quickly. So give me 1 second, guys. So yeah, so just as we're going through, so gold is still doing what it needs to do. The price is accumulating in the zone. Now with gold, the potential for the short is quite massive because there's a pool of liquidity right here, which my targets are beneath the low here. Now, ideally with gold, I'm probably going to try and get another entry in here because I do think that gold is going to produce a very beautiful short. But I'm using this 15-minute zone. So if you want to use it along with me, this is what I'm planning to do to get things going. Now, again, with AUD/USD, there's a pair correlation between the two of these. So in fact, I think I might probably enter a short in a moment again, because I think the price is going to redo what it needs to do. So I'm going to have a very tight stop loss, but I know the price is going to continue short. What I'll do here is I'm going to put a, let me see. So entry here. And my stop loss is going to be quite tight because I know that the market is going to produce some spread, 72635. It's around about there. Let me just double check. Now, another way you can do this if you're not too sure is that with time frames, guys, you're going to have to wait certain minutes for certain things to happen. So for example, on the 5-minute here, the price is closed above the supply zone, flip to the other side. So if it closes back beneath here, that's your target. You can just get in. Now, I do know the price is going to go short. What I like to do in these kind of moments where there's going to be major news. Now, this news is going to be historic. I know for a fact the market is going to take the opportunity to give some very strong trades short, you know, so I'm keeping my eyes peeled here. And as soon as the price gives me what I want, then we can go from here. Now, AUD/USD, I would say, has been the most manipulated out of all of the pairs. Now, my expectation is for the price to rise a little bit higher on it, but I've got my markings here, as you can see. So nothing's really lost at all. Nothing, no harm done. You know, I always thought the market would reverse before the news comes out. But I hope you guys are following along with me when it comes to how the price behaves. So keep your eyes peeled, guys. I'm going to be watching what the price does. All right. Now here you go. I think this is the sign that we want. So this is actually live trading. I want you guys to see how I trade on a smaller account for profit. So I'm thinking to put another entry in a moment, but we've got to wait a little bit more. Now, pound USD is doing its thing. I'm also in on my account, funded account as well on this. But you know what? In the meantime, I'll come back to this. Let's see. All right, I think that's what we need. Let's see if I got this right. Okay, here we go. So gold looks like it's going to produce the second entry. So, oh, I'll put AUD/USD. It should be gold. So I'm going to put gold here. Sell by market. And my stop loss is going to be quite tight with gold because there's only a few places it needs to go. So it's right here. I'm going for with gold. And then with AUD/USD, stop loss is above this zone. So I'm going to try those out, see what happens here. I believe the price should short from there, really, because the price is just giving me the sign that I want in terms of. So when the liquidity shifts in the market, guys, you just got to be active, ready to just go for it. And this should play out quite well. Now, I'm hoping that gold doesn't do any crazy spikes. You know, the price is purposely holding in the 15-minute demand zone area like the way it is, simply because the market is about to do a major move. And obviously with gold, that means that the price could potentially spike. So I might even, I don't know, I'll see. I'm going to keep my stop losses quite far away, but I'm going to be ready to close aggressively. But here we go. Here's the ticket that we want on the price. So you can see what the price is doing now. So if I do this here, the price has done the first entry short, and that's AUD/USD So now because I'm in gold, I don't really need to take AUD USD twice. I can just leave it as it is. I don't have to, but you can see how gold is behaving, guys. The liquidity is showing signs of what it needs to. And yeah, it's looking quite good. But I think I'd be comfortable with just one AUD USD trade, to be honest. I know they're gonna go the same way, but I just much more prefer gold. You know, if it does, I might get another sneaky entry. I don't know. You know what? It's just we have to be smart with how we move. I'll wait for gold to break this area first on the 15-minute. So as you can see, the price is approaching now. So it's getting a bit stronger here. Now, AD, USD, and gold have a inverse pair correlation. So if gold is going to go short, then AUD USD should be going short. But again, I told you it's quite a manipulated pair. So sometimes it reacts a little bit more slowly. Now, for us to really know, we need to wait about 4 minutes for the confirmation. Now, for example, this trade I've just taken, I don't care what I see. But if on the 15-minute, for example, if the body of this candle closed outside of my little area here, then I would close this no matter what. Don't care about nothing. So can you see this, guys? So AUD/USD, although it's supposed to be going short, it's going long, but I've accounted for it, as I said. And rather, I'm just sticking my bags in gold, if you want to put it that way, because gold has a massive potential short. Now, USDCHF, if you've been following, has been very difficult. The price has been purposefully slow, manipulative, just not really giving what we want. I haven't really personally liked it because it hasn't been fun. Like, if you're on the other side of this, being in this trade for how I was in this trade for 3 days, it wasn't really fun, being in the trade, but the price should break this cap very soon. And once it does, we should see a long. And, looking at the dollar index, so give me a second here. So on the dollar index here, the price showed a very interesting sign of reversal here. Now, if you notice, the volatility is increasing. So I've got to be prepared for if something bad happens, what to do. So for now, it looks quite safe. But if at any time I feel uncomfortable in the position, I don't care. I know that, you want to hold it down and be, strong with the risk, but I'm getting out and I don't care. If you call me a chicken, let me be a chicken. But chickens make money in this market sometimes, depending on how you do it. Okay. So yeah, let's look at the market. So yeah, on the dollar index anyway, we've had a very interesting signature here. We had a reversal signature where the price took the low of the previous day and then has initiated quite a strong long, if you notice here. Now, I was trying to look for the order block responsible for that kind of movement. And what I found is that from this daily structure here, we've had a supply zone which the price has broken above and returned for this movement. And so it's given the dollar upside or dollar index upside potential. And potentially the price may even get back up to about 94. Now, today, when this news comes out, I don't know how far the price is going to go, but I just definitely know the price is going to do quite a major move. So, yeah, I can put another position here. All right. So, look, when I look at the price and everything that's going on, I do see, great potential for, strong shorting. And from what I can see in the market, the dollar has gained a lot of strength. Now, with the tapering, which I'm getting to, trust me, I am. I'm not leaving it. I'm just trading at the same time and discussing. It's kind of like a coffee chat, my style of coffee chat, where sometimes I just like to share, what I'm doing because I think it's just right to do. I never want to be the trader that, trades but doesn't share at all or show the proof of the account and whatnot. For me, I know that trading doesn't always go right. And even this time where I'm in profit, it's still a bit of a shaky one. I'm not going to lie, because things can go wrong, guys. Don't get it wrong. Just because trading is fun and it's rewarding, all right? When your risk is high, especially, or you risk too high, even if the trade is in the right direction, your heart can be beaten, okay? So that's what I'm saying. I'm always got my triggers finger ready to move out or move in of something whenever I need to. I mean, for now, I think I'm safe with gold. The price is quite obvious what it's trying to do, but if the price wasn't so obvious, this is why I would say to you, like, I know it's crazy. I'm talking about all the bad things about trading. I should be advertising right now, but I must tell you the truth. Really with trading, guys, when you're in the markets, all right, and you're looking to, get into a position, you have to always think about what time it is. Like right now, the time that it is right now, and I'm going to hit record here so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So, at the time that it is right now, what the market is doing, we have a speech from the Federal Reserve, which could move the market to crazy levels of, movement that we haven't seen for a very long time. So let me just put this here. I'm looking for the short to happen, and I expect the price, to really give us up. So do you notice here, the 15-minute coming back, that the price has, closed with the wick outside, but the body stayed in this supply zone at this area. So we're still safe. So, even though I closed my position, I closed it simply because I'm happy with taking my money out of the market and coming back. I'd rather do that than be stranded in a position that I can't come out of. All right. So as the developments go on, so you can see that pound USD is also making its way short. Now, pound USD short, the reason why I like this trade so much is because of the downside potential. It's very, very high, and I believe the price will do that. Now, on my other account here, it's been an uphill struggle. I mean, I closed USDCHF because there was a high potential here. So let me switch over. So on the other side here, the USDCHF, the movement that it's been doing, it was really, really difficult to stay in there after a while, because on this funded account, the maximum lot size you can have is 0.50. So because of that, I had to either make a decision. Now, for me, I believe in taking one trade at a time. Now, I'm still in profit on this account, but I did take a little bit of a hit because, I was trying to make sure I get in at the right point. So for that reason, I had to adjust accordingly, if that's the right way to say, adjust accordingly. So my adjusting accordingly made me basically have to choose what I'm going to do. Now, because of the market manipulation that was going on at the time, USDCHF, even though I know it was a long, was really bouncing in the same place, which means it's going to do a massive movement. But pound USD was already providing an entry, so I thought to myself, it may be wiser just to take advantage of this entry. Now, my entry is actually late because you can see on my other account, I was in here yesterday because I'm being honest, I was stubborn. One of my senior coaches was discussing this already. And if I'd entered from here, I would have had, about $400 almost of profit. But because I wanted to kind of be a bit more, open, it kind of messed up what was going on. So this is, why I had to just switch out, cycle out, and get in. Now, either way, the effect of what's going to be announced by the Federal Reserve, which is most likely a taper, is going to be great either way. So I'm sure we're going to end 3 o'clock with some really great movement. And yeah, really, I think that it's a good time to really reflect on these markets and see what happens. So can't really say much yet. We're going to have to wait to see what happens with the speech and what is said. But it's clear that the market is definitely strongly bearish. Now, I'm not dragging my stops to even on this. I rather allow the price to stop me out. And the reason I'd say that is because, with speeches, the price is able to spike, to heavy degrees. But the US dollar is seemingly, providing a really good positioning for, what we're looking for. Now, at this point in time, now I said it to you before this would ever happen, that, what we have going on with China with the Evergrande situation is a perfect opportunity, it's a perfect opportunity for, if I can say it this way, for the US-China, economic and political war to kind of continue, because right now China's in a bad place, or Hong Kong specifically, but still China. But the US dollar strengthening themselves right now amidst these fears would be the perfect way to win the fight that they're trying to fight anyway. So I'm being careful with how I say things, but I really do think that we are going to see a great trade. And if the price gets too close to 3 o'clock and we haven't broken past this 15-minute zone, my second entry is going to have to go, because the way the price is holding here, I hope it doesn't reverse on us first, and I don't want that to happen. Again, guys, switching back so that you see what I'm talking about. I'm being a bit of a wimp with the markets, not fearful as in, not trading, but rather just having my wits about me, knowing that at any time the market can do something strange that you need to be prepared for. So my stop losses are going to be very tiny. I don't want to give the market back any money, hardly. So £17 risk is good enough for me. I'll make it 20. All right. Now the risk management on here is not the normal standard, because this is more of just demonstration stuff that I'm doing. All right. But again, I'm keeping my eyes peeled. I know that the market is going to want to try to do some spikes, maybe. And so we just have to be prepared for that at all costs. Okay. Now look at USDCHF. It's been in the same area about a million times, which is a telltale sign that this thing is going to push short. It would be very surprising if it did go long. And, from where it is at the moment, I need to really think about what I'm going to do, because with USDCHF, it wouldn't be a chicken out move to get out of it, because I'm getting tired. I'm getting a bit tired of being in this position, if I be honest. I'm just being frank, the price really keeps doing things that are just so annoying, and I prefer to just be in positions that, are comfortable. But if I don't take the risk, you won't know, so I don't mind being the scapegoat for you. But this is what's going on here, guys. And I think, as things develop, we'll be able to see what goes on. So I'm going to quickly open up what the Federal Reserve has said. Just have a look at what their press releases have given us and see what exactly is going on. So I'm going to switch over here. I just want to see the monetary policy that they've released. I haven't actually had a look at it, but I did hear what they were saying. All right. So the one that was released, okay, 22nd. All right. Let's put this here. It's not that long. It's only a few pages long. So here's the decision for implementation of monetary policy coming up to you now. All right. Just give me 1 second, guys, so that my screen can be switched. So, all right. So if you guys are seeing that there, all right. I just want to go through a few things that are kind of like telltale signs of what I believe is going to happen. I want to make sure that you guys can see it. All right. So very quickly, so there are a lot of things that have been talked about, and some of them are repetitions. So the main thing is the implementation. So effective of the 23rd, the FOMC directs the desk to undertake OMO as necessary to maintain federal funds rate between 0 to 0.25%, increase the system open market holdings of treasury securities by 80 billion per month, and of agency-backed mortgage by 40 billion per month. Increase holdings of treasury securities and agency MBS by additional amounts, and purchase. Now, this additional purchase will be good for the futures market for sure. Now, conduct overnight repurchase agreement operations with a minimum bid rate of 0.25% and with an aggregate operation of 500 billion. The aggregate operation limit can be temporarily increased at the discretion of the chair. All right. Now, conduct is as what they want to say, conduct, if I say in the correct tone. They want to conduct overnight reverse repurchase agreement operations at an offering rate of 0.05 and with a per counter limit of 160 billion per day. All right. Rollover auctions for payment systems, principal payment systems of the Federal Reserve's holdings, and reinvest all principal payments from the Federal Reserve's holdings of agency debt to allow for this. Now, allow modest deviations from stated amounts and engage in dollar roll and coupon swap transactions as necessary. All right. In relation, as is related to the Federal Reserve system, they unanimously voted to the establishment of primary credit rate at existing level of 0.25%. So this is what they said. Now, it's not clear about the tapering here. Now, if I put F, type in taper, it's nowhere to be found. All right. But if you listen to the speech we will do in a minute when I come back, we're going to see. Now, this video really was to show you the live trades as to what's going on. So I will come back again and share some stuff with you. But I think what I'm going to do, since the market is doing what it's doing, I'll be back, and